Supersonic transports. Though not currently in active commercial service, this category represents the past and the looming future of ultra-fast travel within and beyond the United States. The legendary Concorde was the only commercial airliner to regularly cross the Atlantic at twice the speed of sound, slashing travel times in half for premium passengers before its retirement. Today, American aerospace startups and established manufacturers are actively developing a new generation of quiet supersonic airliners designed to cruise efficiently without the deafening sonic booms of the past. These upcoming aircraft aim to bridge continents in record time, fundamentally changing international business and premium long-haul travel. Vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, commonly referred to as eVTOLs or electric air taxis. These highly advanced vehicles combine the vertical lift capability of a helicopter with the efficient forward flight of a fixed-wing airplane. Major aerospace firms and tech startups across the United States are aggressively developing these aircraft to revolutionize urban air mobility, aiming to bypass congested city highways by using the lower airspace. Powered by distributed electric propulsion networks, they utilize multiple small rotors that produce significantly less noise than a traditional helicopter, making them ideal for dense metropolitan environments. As federal regulators establish specialized pilot testing programs and finalize type certification frameworks, these amphibious commercial aircraft. These versatile airplanes are equipped with specialized hulls or heavy-duty pontoons, allowing them to operate from both traditional airport runways and open bodies of water. In coastal regions of the United States, such as Alaska, Florida, and the Pacific Northwest, these rugged plains serve as vital lifelines for communities completely isolated by water or mountainous terrain. They carry passengers, mail, and fresh supplies to remote islands, wilderness lodges, and coastal villages where building a conventional asphalt runway is geographically or financially impossible. While they fly at slower speeds and carry fewer passengers than standard land-based planes, their unique ability to land on water makes them indispensable for regional commerce and tourism in coastal wilderness areas. Ultra-long-range aircraft. These highly specialized wide-body jets are modified variants of standard twin-aisle planes, engineered specifically to fly nonstop for up to 20 hours at a time. Models like the Boeing 777X and the Airbus A350-1000 ultra-long-range utilize lightweight composite materials, aerodynamic wing designs, and massive auxiliary fuel tanks to cross vast oceans without refueling. Airlines use them to connect distant global financial hubs directly, eliminating the need for time-consuming layovers in intermediate hubs. Because passengers spend nearly an entire day in the air, these cabins prioritize premium seating, advanced air filtration, and specialized lighting systems designed to sync the human circadian rhythm to the destination time zone. Regional air mobility aircraft. These specialized planes, often utilizing hybrid electric propulsion or ultra-efficient short takeoff technology, are designed to fill the transport gap between ground vehicles and traditional regional jets. Rather than operating out of congested international hubs, these aircraft are engineered to utilize the thousands of small, underused local airports scattered across suburban and rural America. By focusing on flights under 500 miles, they offer a fast, affordable alternative for regional business travel, allowing passengers to completely bypass major city traffic and long airport security lines. This emerging tier of commercial aviation aims to decentralize regional transit, revitalize smaller local economies, and establish highly flexible point-to-point flight networks across the country. Blended wing-body aircraft. This futuristic category radically departs from the traditional tube-in-wing design by integrating the fuselage, wings, and engines into a single, seamless, aerodynamic triangular shape. Major American aerospace researchers and military developers are actively testing scaled models of this concept to pioneer the next generation of highly efficient military transports and commercial airliners. Because the entire body of the aircraft generates lift rather than just the wings, these planes dramatically reduce aerodynamic drag and can carry massive payloads while consuming up to 20% less fuel than a standard jet. For commercial passengers, this design would mean stepping into vastly wider cabins that feel more like a cruise ship or a theater than a cramped airplane. transforming the physical layout of long-distance air travel. Electric and hybrid aircraft. This emerging class of commercial aircraft represents the vanguard of sustainable aviation, utilizing battery power or hydrogen-electric powertrains to replace traditional fossil fuels. Currently undergoing rigorous testing and initial certification processes across the United States, these planes are initially designed for short, point-to-point regional flights with small passenger counts. By utilizing electric motors, they eliminate direct carbon emissions and significantly reduce noise pollution around urban airports, opening up the possibility of late-night operations. As battery technology improves, they are expected to drastically lower operating costs for regional airlines, revitalizing short-haul air networks between business jets. These highly customizable aircraft are used by charter companies, fractional ownership networks, and corporate flight departments to transport corporate teams, specialized cargo, or high-net-worth individuals. While smaller than a standard narrow-body airliner, they can often fly much higher and faster, using specialized business tracks in the upper atmosphere to bypass heavy commercial traffic. They offer unparalleled scheduling flexibility and the unique ability to land at thousands of small local airports that are entirely inaccessible to major commercial carriers. For modern enterprise, they serve as mobile, secure offices that maximize productivity by eliminating airport security lines and rigid airline timetables. Turboprop aircraft. These planes utilize a gas turbine engine to drive a propeller, distinguishing them from the pure jet engines seen on most modern commercial fleets. In the United States, they are primarily used for very short, essential air service routes, connecting remote communities to regional hubs where jet operations would be financially impractical. They fly at much lower altitudes and slower speeds than standard jets, but they excel on short runways and consume significantly less fuel over brief distances. For travelers in rugged or isolated terrain, these rugged aircraft provide a vital economic lifeline to the rest of the national airspace. Freighter aircraft. While they look nearly identical to passenger planes from the outside, these commercial aircraft are entirely stripped of seats, windows, and overhead bins to maximize cargo volume. Companies like FedEx, UPS, and major airline cargo divisions operate these planes to move everything from overnight mail to heavy machinery across the country and around the globe. Many freighters are built brand new for this purpose, while others are older passenger planes that have been converted, featuring reinforced floors, specialized tracking systems, and a massive main deck cargo door. They operate largely at night, keeping global supply chains moving while the rest of the aviation world sleeps. Wide-body aircraft. These are the giants of the fleet, easily recognizable by their twin-aisle configuration and massive size. Twin-aisle planes like the Boeing 777, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, and various Airbus models are designed primarily for long-haul international routes or high-density domestic flights, such as New York to Los Angeles. They can carry anywhere from 250 to well over 400 passengers, featuring advanced aerodynamics, massive engines, and extensive cargo capacity beneath the passenger deck. Because they spend 8 to 15 hours in the air at a time, these aircraft focus heavily on passenger comfort, incorporating advanced cabin pressurization and humidity controls to reduce jet lag on transoceanic voyages. Government and VIP transports. These are heavily modified versions of standard commercial airliners configured exclusively for high-ranking government officials, foreign dignitaries, and military leadership. The most famous examples are the heavily customized Boeing 747s that serve as Air Force One. But the federal government also operates smaller narrow-body fleets, such as the Boeing 757-derived C-32, to transport the vice president and cabinet members. Unlike standard commercial planes, these aircraft are equipped with advanced military-grade defensive countermeasures, secure global communication suites that function as flying command centers, and specialized mid-air refueling capabilities. They matter because they ensure the continuous, secure operation of the executive branch and military command structure while traveling anywhere on the globe, representing American state power wherever they land. Narrow-body aircraft. Also known as single-aisle planes, this category forms the absolute backbone of domestic air travel in the United States. Dominated by the Boeing 737 family and the Airbus A320 family, These aircraft typically feature a single aisle with 3 seats on either side, carrying anywhere from 120 to over 200 passengers. They are engineered for high-frequency, short to medium-haul flights, connecting major domestic cities or reaching nearby international destinations like Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. Airlines love them because they are highly efficient, quick to turn around at the airport gate, and versatile enough to fly both a quick 1-hour hop and a coast-to-coast journey. Regional jets. These are the smaller, nimble workhorses of the American skies, typically built by manufacturers like Embraer or Bombardier and operated by regional carriers on behalf of major airlines. They usually seat between 50 and 100 passengers and are designed to connect smaller, secondary cities to major airline hubs. Because they fly shorter routes, they operate at lower altitudes and consume less fuel per trip than their larger counterparts, making thin routes economically viable. For passengers, they mean fewer layovers and direct access to smaller markets, though they offer tighter cabin space and smaller overhead bins.